Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome. Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So a couple days ago, I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me some questions so that I could come back with like a Q&A, basically to like update you on my life, you know, before I just like come back with a vlog. So I'm just gonna go through all the questions that you guys asked. I'm not going in any specific order. I'm just gonna read random ones. So let's see. First one I see, it says, do you listen to K-pop? I used to listen to K-pop when I was younger, not so much now, actually not at all now, because at the time my high school best friend loved K-pop, and so I just kind of went along with it. And since I'm Korean, it like made sense, and I watched Korean dramas when I was younger, so it was like the world of Korea, you know, and now it's like blown up so much and I know nothing about it now. Oh, following the K-pop question is, do you watch K-dramas? I usually don't watch Korean dramas. I think the last Korean drama I ever watched was Airs, which was like a long time ago. But just recently, this new Korean drama, I think it's like Landing on You or something. It's really funny because it's like this girl, it is like parasailing and then she gets stuck and then she falls onto the North Korean side and she like falls in love with the North Korean. It's really funny. Okay, do you want to adopt a dog? I do. I have always wanted a pet. I'm allergic to cats and I'm not a big fan of cats. I'm not gonna lie. But of course I do want to adopt a dog. However, I am in no position to be adopting a dog. One, because I do still live with family and my dad is really allergic to animals with fur. And I know some of you are going to be like, you can get a hypoallergenic dog. I know, but he's actually allergic to those as well. Surprising, I know. And the reason I know that is because we have a family friend who has Yorkies and they are hypoallergenic because they're not fur, they're hair. He's allergic to them. He like has a sneeze attack when he's around them too. Do you usually compare yourself to others? How do you deal with it? I feel like I've gotten better at dealing with that. I think everyone naturally compares themselves to other people because like we're always striving to either be better or we want to be what other people are. It's always like, it's kind of like the same thing when people want what other people have. We're never really content with what we have. And so I think forever and always we'll always deal with the fact that we want to be like other people. But I feel like it was worse when I was younger. Like I don't do a lot of comparisons now when I'm older. Like it's not really on my mind a lot. I'm just kind of like, oh yeah, but I could be what they are if I worked harder, went to the gym more often, ate healthier, or you know, got a better degree. You know, there's like so many ways I can improve myself. I'm the only one holding myself back, so I don't really do a lot of that anymore. How this is like, I don't know why I chuckle at it, but someone asked, how did you and Kim reconcile? Kim and I's relationship was very interesting. Our friendship goes way back. Like we have known each other for 5 years now, going on to 6 years. And in the beginning of our relationship, I will say this much. Kim and I have a very interesting, like, we have a very love-hate relationship. It was very complicated in the beginning because there was a lot of, like, business added into our friendship. So it got a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie. And then there was just a misunderstanding and she was on a different page of her life and I was in a different page of my life. And there was, personality things that we didn't really click on. Like we clicked in a sense where it's like we were like sisters. Like we understood each other and we get each other. Like our humor chords are just like literally we could entertain each other like all day. Like we don't even need our phones, TVs, none of that. But there was certain things that like needed to change in our personal lives to better our friendship. And really the only thing that helped us reconcile was that we grew up and we decided that we couldn't live without each other, and that's kind of it. Like growing up was the only thing that really changed for us. A lot of people ask me what I do for a living or what my job is or yada yada yada. I don't really talk about my job because I feel like that's very personal, but I am in childcare. I am in childcare as of now. I don't know if that'll change. I mean, it will change eventually, but as of right now, like right now, I'm in childcare. A lot of people have asked about if I'm dating, or, you know, if I'm hiding. Someone said, are you hiding a boyfriend from like you guys? No, I'm not dating. I'm not seriously dating anyone, at least. No, I don't have a boyfriend. Nothing like that. I'm not hiding anyone from you guys. Don't worry. Someone asked, are you ever gonna do mukbangs? I actually am going to be doing mukbangs. They aren't going to be my main source of like content, if that makes sense. Like Kim, her specific channel, Eat with Kim, is all about mukbangs, and that's probably where you guys have seen me do mukbangs. But the mukbangs I'll do are more casual, and my mom and I are trying to do this thing where she makes a lot of diet foods, so it's like lower in carbs, it's healthier, and she'll film how to make it on her channel, and I'll be eating them on my channel. So it'll be very like casual mukbangs. It's not like a sit down, eat like a seafood boil with me, because that's so Kim's thing. Like, I only sometimes sit in with her to do it with her. What's your favorite thing to do when you're bored? When I'm bored, I love making lists, or like my week, like plan out my week. I do that constantly. Like, I'm rewriting my week over and over and over. It's actually somewhat bad because I tend to rely on that a lot, because I'm like, oh, I don't need to memorize it, I just need to write it down. So it's not really good for memory, because you're supposed to practice that so that your brain gets better at memorizing things. I just like to write them. Favorite food to eat with Kim? Recently, as of like really recently, we love eating hot pot and escargot. Like, it's so good. Like, I crave it all the time. Someone asked me if I can do a what's on my iPhone video. If you guys are interested in a video like that, I don't know if anybody does that anymore though. I can definitely do it if you guys are interested. My iPhone's very organized, and I feel like I only have the necessities on there, but if you guys are interested, I will definitely let you know. Someone asked, why does your family camp a lot? Laugh out loud seems relaxing. It is super relaxing. My family goes camping a lot because my mom truly enjoys camping. Like, she loves camping. So we all do it for her, really. If I had it my way, I would not, or I would do it way easier than she does it, because she does the whole thing, like the whole shebang. Like, she does not believe in paper plates and none of that, like none of that. So she does the whole like metal plates, real forks and knives, like, and she does the dishes, and she wants to do the whole thing. And I'm just like, why? She loves it, so we do it for her. I've had a few people ask me this question, but it was an interesting question to me, because I've never really had anyone ask me these kinds of questions. Even with my friends, I have this problem with really being emotional or really like talking about certain things unless I'm asked. And so I was really surprised that, like, I think it was like 2 or 3 people asked me this, and it's, how are you doing emotionally? So I think someone said, actually, not emotionally, but mentally. And I found it interesting, because I was like, oh my gosh, did I portray like a certain, like, you know, to make you guys feel like I wasn't happy or anything like that? But if I am to answer the question of how I am mentally and emotionally, that actually correlates with why I'm pushing the last questions to the end. Someone asked me if I've ever been to Italy. I have not been to Italy before. I would love to go though. Do you plan on living in California for the rest of your life? Yes. I feel like if you were born and raised in California, it's really hard to leave. Unless you're like the most adventurous soul ever, like you want to go explore the world, then you do that. But I feel like majority of the time when you're born and raised in California, especially Southern California, it's really hard to leave here and go do other things or go be somewhere else. Like, I just feel like we love California, you know? So many questions about if I'm gonna get a dog or if I'm gonna get a pet, and I'm not, and I'm sad. I'm so sad. It makes me so sad because I want one so sad. What's your type of guy? If you don't have a type, what's a definite no? Do I have a type? I do have a type. I tend to go towards guys that are like light-skinned Latino guys. I don't know why. I seriously don't know why. I remember when I was younger, my type was like, he has to be tall. As I've grown up, I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's not the most realistic thing all the time, you know? Another question is, what's your relationship with Carlos? How close are y'all? Carlos and I are very close. Yeah. I will say he is one of the, he is a friend of mine. I wouldn't say like, oh, it's my friend's boyfriend. I would be like, Carlos is a friend of mine. However, if anything happened between Carlos and Kim, like, I'm 100% Kim. Out of the 4 dogs, who's your favorite? You have to choose one. I call all of them the loves of my life, but really, Rocky is the one that's like the love of my life. Like, he is like 10 steps higher than the rest of them. Like, I love them all equally, and then Rocky's like a couple points higher. Okay, so there's a few questions that I left specifically at the end. I specifically left a couple questions for the end of this video because they were perfectly in order on how I wanted to end this video and move on with my YouTube, and so I'm just gonna get into those couple of questions. The first one is, what made you want to start with your YouTube channel? And the reason why I ever started my channel was because I feel like it's always everyone's dream to start a channel. There was a time when I started my channel where I was just like, I'm focusing on me. It's me, 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 me. It's when I started the gym. It was just such a different lifestyle change for me, and it was like the focus wasn't on other people, because I tend to get caught up in helping other people and focusing on other people instead of focusing on me, because I have a hard time in realizing that I need a lot of help and I need a lot of attention just as much as my friends do. So when I was focusing on that, and one of the main things I wanted to change in my life was my weight loss. I just felt like I was too sick and tired of feeling like bad for myself, or you know, and the real reason was because I wanted to, you know, look cute for a boy. So I decided to go to the gym, and I was like, you know what, this is a perfect timing to start vlogging. I don't know why, you know? So that's when I started vlogging. Next question is, are you going back to dieting? I got a lot of questions along the lines of like, what happened to your weight loss? What happened to all of that? And if I could put it in the shortest timeline summary for you, I was in a place in the beginning when I first started my vlogs where I was losing weight and I was doing a great job. And at the time, I had cut out a lot of friends. I decided to make gym a priority of mine, which is a negative and positive thing. But then I started to just stop talking to my friends. Like, I just didn't really, like, I just went to work, to the gym, and home. And, like, I just didn't make time for a social life anymore. And then somewhere in the middle, I started getting comfortable, and I was like, you know what, like, my weight seems to be staying down, so as long as I just kind of eat the normal foods, because when I diet, I need to eat a very specific way. For me, it's not just like lessen the calories and you'll lose weight. Like, I'm trying to lose weight and then keep it up as a lifestyle change. So I started eating like normal food and even fast food, and I was like, as long as I go to the gym, I'll be fine. I started to get comfortable, and then I started gaining weight, but it was just a little bit, so I was like, oh, I'm fine, like, I can lose this easy peasy. And then right as I was like, okay, I need to get back to the gym, I went through something very traumatic, that was very, that I like, I went through something very, around the time of my birthday in 2019, was it? No, 2018. Because my birthday's in October, so it's towards the end of the year. I went through something that was very traumatic for me, and it changed my life views. It was very emotionally and mentally draining, and so I couldn't pick myself up. To be completely honest with you, if I'm trying to be as raw and open with you about this question, it's probably that I went through like a really, really, really hard emotional situation where I like never thought I really have to deal with it. And so when it happened, recovering from that took a really long time. As you can tell, like I came back now and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Like I'm ready to start focusing on myself again. But it was just something really hard for me. And the only way I could let out any type of feeling was by binge eating, if I'm completely honest. I didn't binge and purge, but I binge ate because, you know, like when you go through a breakup, you eat a bunch of ice cream and like crappy food, and that's what you just do because it's a feel-good thing to do, you know? So I just started to binge, and, you know, eventually I've come this far, and now I've kind of lost my motivation and all this other stuff. So that's what really happened to my weight loss, if I'm completely honest. So moving on to the last question, which is basically like, it was everybody's question. And it's, what are my 2020 resolutions or goals or like aspirations, everything like that. And with this video, I wanted to answer questions that you guys had for me, and to just, I feel like a lot of people had questions about what happened to my weight loss journey, because I get comments and questions all the time like, oh, you used to motivate us, or what happened, or oh, we're cheering you on. And I just wanted to clarify that, you know, it was a personal thing for me, and I had to get through it in order to feel like, okay, here I am, 2020, what are my goals? And my goals aren't just for the year of 2020. I have goals like, I really want to take my YouTube seriously. I really want to make content for you guys that you guys are really interested in. But not only that, but I really want to use 2020 as a new way of rebranding myself. Not just rebranding YouTube-wise, but rebranding myself as in like stronger, better. Like something that happened to me like a year ago was very hard for me, and picking myself up from that negativity, it took a really long time, and it took a lot of me, and it took a big chunk of like my heart. And you know, I want to regain all that. Like I want to feel strong mentally, physically, emotionally. I want to rebrand myself to be the better person and who I was working towards when I first started vlogging. And so that is what my 2020 is going to be. It's not what I want it to be. It's going to be that, because that is my goal, and I want to be a better person for me. So I just want you guys to come along the journey, and I just want, you know, like I want 2020 to be the reason why I'm just like, okay, this is just, you know, me. Like I'm working on me, not specific goals like I want to lose 20 pounds, or I want to look like this, or I want a boyfriend, you know, like nothing like that. Just simple things like me. That's what I want to do. I just want me to be the goal. I hope you guys enjoy this Q&A. I will see you guys next time in another video, but thank you guys for caring for me so much when you guys know so little about me, I feel like. And I will do better in trying to post videos. I will try. I will try my hardest. But thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I will see you later.